Welcome back to Malden's Revolution. I'm Mark Linehan. Today, we've made a slight detour north to one of the oldest cities in America, the famous City of Salem. Right behind me is one of the most well-known landmarks in Salem, the statue of Salem's founder, Roger Conant. Now, I know some of these old names from the era of the Puritans and the Pilgrims may seem distant and foreign to us, but many of the first settlers in our history, like Roger Conant, William Bradford, or Anne Hutchinson, today count hundreds, even thousands of descendants, many of whom still live only a couple miles away from where their ancestors settled almost 400 years ago. Since I started doing my tours of Malden's Bell Rock Cemetery and making these videos, I've had a lot of people reaching out asking me to look into their colonial roots. Over the winter, my wife and I were grabbing dinner with our dear friends Jeff and Ari Taylor. And Jeff was telling me the names of his ancestors, including Roger Conant. And I told him I'd do some digging, see if I could find any fun connections, weird stories. I never got to follow up. On March 22nd, we lost Jeff. Ari lost her best friend and the love of her life. Emily, Charlotte, and Phoebe lost their dad. And Malden has lost an artist who created communities and a joyful and uncompromising activist who felt equally comfortable holding institutions accountable from the inside or smashing them apart from the outside. Jeff was a giant in the poetry scene who gave a platform to poets from all over the world, and an expert technician as well, who made sure that no matter who you were, that you would be seen and you would be heard. I could have used his help with Malden's Revolution, that's for sure. Some of the first videos I ever made were with Jeff. Campaign ads for when Ari was first running for city council. If I had his help, I can't say I'd sound any smarter, but I'd sound clearer. And I can't say I'd look any better, but I'd be better lit. Learning about the past is only useful if you're taking those lessons and using them to live better in the present. Sometimes it can feel safer or easier to retreat to the past, but none of us know how much future we have left. And there are people who you love and who love you who are here now. And you shouldn't wait to tell them what they mean to you. Everyone in Malden had their own individual love for Jeff, their own stories, and their own memories of Jeff. So this upcoming Thursday, July 17th at 5:30, on Jeff's 50th birthday, Malden will gather to share those memories, all together at Coydamore Lee Park, right across the street from the post office, to remember and honor a friend whose loss we haven't even begun to process. I hope to see you all there. Miss you, buddy.